Hi everyone, welcome to another video on stock analysis. My name is Shantanu and in this video I'm going to be talking about Bhansali Engineering Polymers Limited, which is also known as BEPL in short form. So I'll start with the history of the company first, then I'll talk about the business model, the recent financial performance and my personal opinion, right? So let's start with the history of the company. So Bhansali Engineering Polymers Limited was founded in 1984 and back then it was known as Bhansali Steel Limited. Later they changed, the management of the company changed the name of the company from Bhansali Steel Limited to Bhansali Engineering Polymers Limited. So it was the first company in India to manufacture quality ABS using foreign technology. Now I'll tell you what ABS is. ABS stands for acrylonitrile butadiene styrene. This is a, you can say, a sort of a raw material which is used to produce plastic products, and it is mainly derived from crude oil. The usages of ABS are in automotive industry, pipes, shockers, toys such as Legos, and your daily household item. And the real reason why I like this company is because the management is so good in figuring out what the business is and what are their core competencies. An example of this can be seen in the early 2000 when the management or the company acquired two of its competitors. Now I'll talk a bit about the business model. And like I said, the company is heavily involved in manufacturing ABS, and it so happens that 94% of its revenue comes from manufacturing or selling ABS. The clients of this company are quite reputed. Clients such as Samsung, Larsen and Toubro, Bajaj Auto, Hero MotoCorp, automotive industry, Havells, Whirlpool, etc. are some of its clients. So imagine that you are a company that delivers raw material products to certain other companies, right? And if those certain companies have some increase in share price, that means they are performing really well, then that means indirectly you are also going to perform really well, right? So just like we have some rallies in the pharma sector, in the IT sector, soon I think the auto industry will also show some rally, and that would really help chemical sector companies such as BEPL. Right, so this was all about the business model of the company. Now I'll talk about the recent financial performance. So the company just released their recent financial performance, which was of Q2 in September 2020, and the sales number have are so huge. In June quarter, the sales number were only 99, whereas as you can see here, the sales, the volume of the sales got almost tripled, right? And the operating profit, if you can see, that is also increased from negative to positive 46. So this is a huge positive point for the company. Also you can see that the profit before tax in the previous quarter, which was in June 2020, was -1, whereas in this quarter the PBT is plus 46. Also, if you can see this section, cash flows, and if you can see the cash flow from operating activity, this has been positive for a number of quarters for this company. In March 2015, since March 2015, it has been growing positively, and in March 2020 it was 88 crores, right? And what this signifies is that if you have enough cash within your reserves, then you are entitled to give maybe your shareholders some dividend, or maybe you can invest that particular amount in other activities, such as if you want to set up your own R&D lab, then you can surely utilize that particular amount in setting up your own R&D lab. So this is what is the importance of free net cash flow, and this has been growing significantly over the years, or the quarters I should say, in this company, right? And there was some news that many authors were a bit skeptical about the recent financial performance. They were stating that the free net cash flow wasn't enough for this company. And to answer that, I think the management announced that they had to repay some trade payables, so that's why the net cash flow declined. But overall, I think the management is fully taking responsibility of maintaining the financial balance in the balance sheet, and this is totally reflecting in the financial performance of the company. right? So this was it about the financial performance of the company, and now I'll talk about my personal opinion. So talking about few positive points, the first positive point that I really like is that the company is debt free, right? Its debt to equity ratio is 0.0, and what that means is, if let's say another calamity happens, a natural disaster happens and the company is in a very bad state, as in they don't have cash coming in, but they have surplus, or you can say they have huge liabilities, huge debt, right? So in this particular case, the company wouldn't perform really well, right? Whatever cash they are generating is going to repay all of the debt. So eventually the company will not have free cash flows, right, which is a very bad situation. But in this case, since the company has no debt, then it doesn't make sense, right? And judging by the numbers that the company is producing recently, I think the company is going to do good in the coming quarters. Now, another thing I like about the company is the management, right? I looked at the PPTs, recent PPTs, and the last 2 years PPTs, and they clearly state that they are proud to be a debt-free company. Now, if the management is so concerned about being debt-free, imagine what changes they would do in the financial performance of the company to remain debt-free. And I think in March 2017, the company had some considerable debt, and it slowly reduced that debt to 0%, right? So that shows the commitment of the management. And if you look at the promoter holding also, the promoter holding is greater than 50%, right? That shows the commitment of the management also. So overall, nothing is wrong with the company as such. It's just that in this recent quarter's financial performance, the company has stated clearly that they had to pay some amount to trade payables, and that doesn't harm the outlook of the company in the longer run. But if the company is able to sustain this free net cash flow, and if they are able to give more value to the investors, I think this would be a great stock to look out for. So that was my analysis on BEPL. I hope you liked the video. If you do like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Also, I have a Telegram channel where I discuss about stocks and my own portfolio, and sometimes about which trades I'm going to take. So if you are interested in joining that, please do check out the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.